Hey there, continuing with our series on Python operators. Today I am going to discuss about comparison or relational operators, and at the end there are two bonus tips for you. I have already covered arithmetic and assignment operators, and I am going to write all these codes into VS Code. So without any further ado, let us get into the code. The first one that I am going to discuss is the equality operator, and it is denoted using two equal to signs. Mind it, two equal to signs. So if I want to check if 10 is equal to 11 or not, I can use this operator. So I write here print, and if I run this code, I am going to get here false. Why? Because on the left hand side 10, on the right hand side 11. Obviously these two are not same, not equal. Similarly, we can check it with variables. So if I define two variables, let's say a is b 2 and b is 3. So I can check it out if a is equal to b or not. So if I run this program, now I should be getting two falses here, two falses. If I change this to, for example, let us come back over here, 10 equal to 10, then I should be getting a true. Now I should be getting two falses and one true. Here you see true, false, false. We can check it for stars as well. For example, cat is equal to dog. Now I should, if I make everything a comment and run this only this line of code, I should be getting a false here because cat is not equal to dog. We can assign these stars to the variables like here, and we can do the check, and the result will be like that. Similarly, we can check for the inequality. When I say inequality, I mean that I want to check and return true if the left hand side value or variable is not same as or equal to the right hand side value or variable. Let's check it out. 10, and we denote it as an exclamation mark and equal to sign. 10 not equal to 11, which is true, so I should be getting here true. If you see here, if I change this 11 to 10, then it will turn into a false here because 10 is equal to 10. Similarly, we can do it for stars as well. Cat not equal to dog, and it should again give me true here. We can do it if I just uncomment these two variables. We can check it with the variables as well. Print a not equal to b. A is 2 and b is 3, so it should be giving me true. Clear the terminal, run it quickly, and here I am getting true. So this is inequality operator. Greater than is going to check whether the value or variable onto the left hand side is greater than the value or variable onto the right hand side or not. We still have a is equal to 2 and b is equal to 3. So if I write here print a is greater than b, which is not the case, a is a smaller than, so I should be getting here false. If you see, it is giving me false. And we can check it with the numbers as well. 10 greater than 5, so I should be getting now true here. Less than operator is going to check if the value or variable onto the left hand side of the operator is indeed less than the value or variable onto the right hand side, and if it is the case, then it is going to return me true. So if I just put here a less and make these two lines comment, remember a is 2 and b is 3, so it is going to return me true if I run this, and here you see it is true. We can do it something like this: 10 less than 11, which is true here. What I am doing? So now both of them are true. If the case is otherwise, then it is going to return me false. If I change it to greater than sign, then it is going to return me false. Here you see it is false. So let's make these two lines a comment here. Moving on to the greater than equal to sign, it is going to check if the value or variable onto the left hand side of the operator is either greater than or equal to the value or variable onto the right hand side. If this is the case, then it is going to return me true. So if I write here print 10 is greater than or equal to 5, which is indeed the case. 10 is greater than the 5. 10 is onto the left hand side, 5 is onto the right hand side. Clear the terminal. If I run this, it is giving me true. We can check it with the variables as well. So here I can write b is greater than equal to a. Remember, b is 3 here and a is 2. So it should return me true. Here you see both of them are true. Just opposite of this is less than or equal to. So I have made all this a comment. So less than equal to sign is going to check if the value or the variable onto the left hand side of the operator is indeed less than or equal to the value or variable onto the right hand side, and if this is the case, then it is going to return me true. So if I write here a less than equal to b, remember a is 2 and b is 3, so it is true. If I check it out with something like this, 10 less than equal to 11, and if I write one more line of code here 10 and I put here 5. So first two lines are going to return me true, and the last line, this line is going to return me false. Here you see. Now we are done with all the comparison or relational operators. Now it is time for the bonus tip number 1. The bonus tip number 1 is that we have if I come over here, we have compared, and let me copy this line, and we have compared this earlier, so I am going to compare it one more time, and it is going, what happens if I just do like this? It is going to return me true. But what happens if I do something like this? What is it going to be, true or false? It is going to return me false. Here you see, it is going to return me false. Why? Because Python is case sensitive. For Python, let me put it as a comment, cat like this, cat, all these are different, so Python is going to treat them differently, and that is why this cat is not equal to this. One more thing that you should keep in mind is that this equal to is an equality operator, and it is different from single equal to sign, which is assignment operator. In case of single equal to sign, what we are doing here is that we are assigning the value on the right hand side to the variable on left hand side. So what we are saying here is that a is 2, but here when it becomes double equal to sign, we are checking for the equality on the both sides, left hand side and the right hand side. Just keep this thing in mind. Now time for the bonus tip number 2. Let me make it a comment. What do you think is going to be the output of this? Let me clear the terminal first. This is going to be a false. Why? Because if you notice here, this 10 which is onto the left hand side, it is an integer type, and the 10 which is onto the right hand side is an star type. So it could be on either side, but the whole thing is that if you see here, this 10 which is without the quotation marks, it is int, and this 10 which is inside the quotation marks is class star. So there is no comparison possible. You can compare an apple only with an apple, you cannot compare an apple with a orange. So it could be on either side. So if I just remove this thing from here and make it something like this, even then I am going to get the false here. So if I just clear the terminal and run it, so it does not matter on which side the string is or which side the integer is. That only thing that you need to keep in mind is that while you are comparing the equality, all the data types are of the same type, and at least you should not be comparing a star with an integer. It may run with floats, it will give you true. But here you see, I am comparing here an integer with a float. It is still returning me true, but an integer or float should never be compared with a star class or a string class. I am going to upload all these things onto my GitHub page, and I will share the link into the description box. You can go and check it out. If you find this video useful, consider giving it a like, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. So that's it for this video. Till then, happy coding.